All right, let's talk about real estate and how you can make $5,000 or $10,000 in the next 30 days. Full transparency, a lot of people are going to tell you that you need to pull lists, you need to drive for dollars, you need to spend thousands on marketing, but that's just not the case, especially in 2025. I'm going to show you a complete different way and a tool that I've created that simplifies all of that, where it's like a plug and a play. And that's called Newleey. I developed it myself with my team, and we have been flourishing. We got a lot of people doing deals and a lot of things happening on there. First off, if you've never heard of wholesaling, it's the fastest way to get rich in real estate, or at least get paid in real estate. All right. Unlike a flipper who's got to manage a contractor, he's got to manage a budget, he's got a hard money lender, or he's got his own cash out there. You don't have to do any of that. You're getting a property under contract. You're finding a flipper or a renter or a landlord who does want to buy it, and then you're selling them that contract. So you never take or assume any of the risk. You're just flipping the paper. And when you flip that paper, if you have a property that you bought for 100 or you have it under contract for 100 and they're willing to pay 110, well, you sell them that contract for 110 and you've just made 10 grand. That's exactly how wholesaling works. Fees can be anywhere from 10, 15, 20, 30. I've made up to 100 grand on wholesaling fees. The problem is a lot of people are going to tell you how to go on the MLS and fight everybody else for deals. They're going to tell you how to spend thousands on their guru course and that you can make money if you just pay them and then they'll show you, or you can spend thousands on marketing and get probably some great leads, but you don't even know how to work them, right? Not everything is buy low, sell high. This is the old way of doing things. And this is exactly why I built Newleey. It's a marketplace. You go on there, you log in, you find leads, you call the seller, you make an offer. That's simple. We've already done all the heavy lifting for you. We've already vetted the lead, found the lead, and then put it on a silver platter for you. So again, all you have to do is call them and make the offer. So here's the exact blueprint on how you can make $5,000 or $10,000 in the next 30 days utilizing Newleey. Trust me, we have people doing it. So wholesaling, again, is getting a property under contract and flipping the contract, right? So since we've already done all the lead finding for you, all you really have to focus on is getting the property under contract. So you log into Newleey, find the leads that you want, and then call them. All right. And when you're calling them, you're just negotiating, right? We're trying to get the property for as cheap as we can. That way we can sell it to a flipper, right? Investors are going to be buying things at 0.75 or zero point 0.7 worth of the property minus repairs, right? So if you have a property that's worth 100 grand, times it by 0.7, that makes it 70, minus the repairs, say the repairs are 20, that puts it at 50, and then minus your fees, say that's 10 grand, you need to lock that $100,000 property up at 40. Okay, that's how it works. Now you're thinking, why would somebody want to sell me a property for 40 if it's worth 100? Well, I always tell everybody, we don't make up the answer for the seller. We call them, we talk to them, we understand, we build a relationship, and we find the solution, right? If their home has a tree in the roof, well, then they know they're not going to get 100 for it, right? So we have to figure out where's the win-win so that we can help the customer. That's our end result in wholesaling, is helping the customer. So once you've got a customer on the phone, you're building a relationship with them, you're negotiating, then we have to make our offer. All right. When we make an offer, we don't want to just hit them with the lowest thing where we're going to make some money. We need to build it around some of the things that they've told us, right? So, hey, a property like this, if you were to sell it on the MLS for 100, you have a lot of fees. Also, you have a tree in your roof, right? So you're probably not going to get top dollar. So I would be happy to offer you X, Y, and Z at this price, and we can be able to get this done for you in the next 30 days. Now, I use for sure language because I have for sure buyers. If you don't, then you need to leave that open-ended. Maybe I can get this done for you in the next 30 or 60 days. It just depends on your timeline, Mr. Seller, right? So again, we have to be listening to what they've told us. If they've told us, hey, I need to sell in the next 30, then we need to let them know, hey, if you want this problem solved in 30 days, I need to be at this problem, right? Maybe if you have more time, 60 days, I can be up a little higher, but that's just dependent on what the seller says, right? So wholesaling is negotiating a lot with the seller. All right. So once we have this property under contract and we've worked with the seller, negotiated the price, and got it to where we feel good, we have to then go and find a buyer. All right. And we got to find a title company, but it's kind of like a chicken and the egg, right? So I would say go find a buyer. And if you have a title company, drop it off right away. If not, we'll go find a title company. So, how do we go about finding a buyer? Tons of ways, guys. Facebook has a lot of groups. You can put properties in groups. You can reach out to other wholesalers in your market that you may have come across networking who might have buyers. You can go to local RIAs in your market. You can use PropStream or PropWire to reverse search buyers and then go on there and call those buyers and see if they're looking for deals. Or if you're in the Newleey Skool community, you can come in there and we've got a ton of options for you. So we work with Joey Bibbo, who's got a great dispo program, and literally get the property under contract, hand it to him, and he will find you the buyer. So that way you guys can make money quicker, easier. You don't have the headache. So that's how you find a buyer. Title company. Again, same thing. Ask people on Facebook, go to RIAs, call up some title companies and see if they work with wholesalers. And then also as well, right, when you're working with us or people in our community doing JVs, they already have the title companies laid out. So yet again, you get the property under contract, you hand it over, and then boom, we're doing all of the work for you. People that are in our community will take it from, I won't say A to Z because you had to get the property under contract. They'll take it from B to Z for you. So that way you get paid. Now, the split that you're going to do on that, that's between you guys, right? We're just making the introduction between you and people we know who can get the job done. And that's assigning a property. So let's just break this down from top to bottom. You want to be getting into wholesaling because you want to make $5,000 to $10,000. Awesome. Go on to Newleey, get a lead, call it, make an offer, negotiate, get the property under contract. Once you have the property under contract, come back to our school community and say, hey, I've got this property under contract. If you have issues with getting the property under contract, come to the community. We'll help you work with the seller. But in this case, let's say you have the property under contract, you bring it to us. We'll pass you off to the right person in the right market that can get that deal sold for you. Okay. They will open up title. They will get the buyer for you. They will handle everything. So that way you can continue to call and work on sellers. And then once they have that contract assigned at the title company, you guys, whatever you've worked out on your split, will then assign it to that buyer, wait for closing, and then close the property. And then you get paid and you just have to rinse and repeat. That's wholesaling, guys. All right. Super simple. If you guys have any other questions on how it works or what you need to do, contracts, I have a school community. We go over all of those things. We have contracts in there. We have people that can help you. So if you want to learn more, reach out, let me know. The school community link is in the bio. Thank you guys so much.